Assalamualaikum and good morning to the panels and the audience. Today, we will present our project called Modification of Motorized Drift Trike. Let me introduce you to our project. Drift trike is basically a tricycle with a road gripping front wheel and two slick wheels that made from a hard plastic, basically PVC type. The reason of using slick rear wheels is to initiating loss of traction to the rear wheel and counter steering to negotiate corners. The origin of the trike came from New Zealand, where the sport was first invested in 2009. In Malaysia, the trick drifting sport started in 2011. Now, it is trending of drift trike sold in the market, but most of them are expensive. Our project objective is to study about drift trike in motorsport and to give better experience and fun to people who want to learn how to drift. To develop a better drift trike with an engine that's safe for user. To build a project that can develop motorsport in track drift. Next, we go to the problem statement. There are few problems that we found. If we look at most drift trike out there, do not have a good brake system. So first, we want to improve our drift trike with a great braking system, and also we want to have a great modified body with more ergonomic position, because drift trike out there is too low. Their position is not ergonomic. We also want to install a great engine on the drift trike so it can be more suitable with the drift trike body. We also will add some more features to the drift trike to make it greater. For the project scope, let me tell you about drift trike system scope. To mount this brake at front and rear wheel at motorized drift trike, make more ergonomic position on drift trike to make more comfort for drifter, using motorized system which is using motorcycle engine as a power supply, make a new design and little makeover. For user scope, motor drift trike is suitable for teenagers and adults who like to try and adore extreme motorized sport. Can use this motorized drift trike as a recreational activity and as a hobby for who like practice how to be a professional drifter. For our project concept, fun and experience. Find and add new experience in motorsport. Drift sports fan with the drift trike. Fans from the youngers or adults can venture into the field or drift trike in their spare time as a hobby. Drift trike can be a hobby for fans of their own style of appearance or making this drift trike in different way. So as you can see in the first sketch, this is the first drift trike model that is without an engine and can only play down the hillside. It's so dangerous if you only can play down hillside. While in the second sketch, this is a rickshaw that use battery and differential. Rickshaw usually used to transport people and their things, or we can say tourists. So we made a decision to combine this idea to create a drift trike that uses motorcycle engine and has no differential. We will change the position higher and more ergonomic, because most of the drift trike is not ergonomic and the seat is too low. In our project literature review, we know that drift trike has a dedicated following and it's quickly growing in population across the globe. The research of drift trike comes from New Zealand, fueled by its ongoing car and drift culture of boy racer and car enthusiasts. Drift trike quickly began to spread to other countries soon after, including Australia, the United States, Colombia, many European nations, and various of countries. In 2011, a non-profit organization called American Drift Trike Association was founded in the United States. with a goal of promoting the sport of drift strike, but has since disbanded.
I will continue the presentation from here. Two types of material used is chassis go-kart from tire, master pump and brake lever, brake caliper from fork, rear tire, brake disc, seat, handlebar and engine drift track. For engine, we use the engine Motorized GT128. Engine is the main supply power for the drift track to move. Engine gives the power to rear tire to move the vehicles. For the go-kart chassis, we use go-kart chassis because it is made of material that can withstand weight and also strong. It is a suitable material to withstand loads and drifting. For tire, we use motorcycle front tire. We use motorcycle tire at front because we need a grip when we make a turn when drifting this drift bike. It also acts as suspension system because it can absorb vibration from road. For brake caliper, the purpose of the brake caliper is to grip the disc brake, which is intended to slow down the drift of the track, no matter whether on the road or circuit. For front fork acting as an absorber, it can absorb vibration, make drift track more stable and more easy with handling when drifter make tight turn or when drifting. For disc brake, a disc brake is a type of brake that use the caliper to squeeze pairs of pegs against a disc or a rotor to create friction. This action slows the rotation of a shaft, such as a vehicle axle, either to reduce its rotational speed or to hold it stationary. For master pump and brake lever, the master cylinder is a control device that converts a force, usually from the master pump on the handlebar, into hydraulic pressure. This device controls a slave cylinder located at the other end of the hydraulic brake system. For the rear tire, we use go-kart rear wheel at drift track. Is also part of suspension system. With good pressure, it can make smooth feel on the road. Actually, when drifting, we use PVC pipe on the rear tire, but with great pressure, it still can act as part of suspension system. For handlebar refer to the steering mechanism for drift track. Handlebar often support part of the rider's weight and provide a mounting place for controls such as brake, throttle, clutch, horn, light switch, and rear view mirror. The breakage or damage to the component could be highlighted during the time the vehicle is put to actual use. The scope of this dissertation work fall in this area where the design of the component or the sub-assembly need to be reviewed for the sake of failure during use. Wall handlebar assembly is more susceptible to the failures as it experiences numerous forces such as bumps, braking, engine vibration, rider force, road agitation. This is our project cost estimation.
I will continue the presentation. So this is a sketch of our project using CATIA. This is our project Gantt chart, which is the table. We have complete and gone through on project 1. Where there is the Gantt chart, then we planning and we throw for our project 2 this semester to complete this project. To complete the engine on our drift drive, we needed 2 materials. At least this is because the engine will took for our project was in very unfortunate condition. For the progress of the project, we used a go-kart chassis and a half bicycle chassis to complete this project. We have done some workshop work to complete this project. Among them are welding, tacking, measurement, cutting iron using a grinder and so on. We did overhaul process on the engine to get good result for this project. Next slide, our project video.